Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode focusing on the Legend of Zelda for Wii U. In this episode, we will be going over my thoughts on the 3 possible timeline placements of Zelda Wii U. Obviously, this game could take place in any spot on the timeline, but these 3 will be the most likely for me. We will also be using the official Hyrule Historia timeline, so let's get started. Number 1. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was Nintendo's last original home console release, and the very first within the timeline. While it is possible for a game to still take place before Skyward Sword, I predict Zelda Wii U will take place after the events of Skyward Sword, but before the Minish Cap, in a time period known as the Era of Prosperity, where Hyrule Kingdom is first established. This would take place 100 or so years after the events of Skyward Sword, and still a great while before the Minish Cap. My main reasoning for this is the return of the sailcloth we seen in the Video Game Awards trailer, and the blue light seen coming from what looks like a mix between a P-hat and an Armos. The beam it shoots could be from the same power source as the Time Shift Stones, seeing as the monster looks more like a very advanced mechanized weapon and resembles the robots found in Skyward Sword more than any other creature. Although for being a very advanced piece of technology, it still looks very ancient as well. This is something we see a lot of in Zelda games. Usually the most advanced technology is left over from an extinct civilization. It could use the same power of the Time Shift Stone to become active again. Seeing as Link's arrows shares the same energy, maybe it could add some great new gameplay mechanics as well. In a way similar to how the Time Shift Stones were used in Skyward Sword, but this time, maybe it will simply cancel the effects of the energy used within the enemy we see chasing Link, effectively shutting it down in the present. It could make for some challenging puzzles as well. Infinite possibilities could be created with the use of these arrows if this is the case. Number 2. Another obvious answer for most, a sequel to The Wind Waker, taking place after Phantom Hourglass, but before the Spirit Tracks. If we look at Link's outfit, it closely matches his outfit seen in the beginning of The Wind Waker, and we've seen a similar use of the sailcloth as well. We've seen in Hyrule Historia that Nintendo went as far as designing an adult form of Link from The Wind Waker. Maybe this is their chance to return to that idea. It would also make sense as we've seen the recent release of Wind Waker HD. It could be Nintendo's way of refreshing our minds of the story. In Phantom Hourglass, we've seen Link set out to try and discover a brand new land to call New Hyrule. After discovering the land, hundreds of years passed, and we've seen Spirit Tracks take place. But wouldn't it be interesting to see what happened 7 or 10 years after Link discovered the land? How they began to set up the land of Hyrule? If we look at the official timeline, we can see a huge gap between Phantom Hourglass and its sequel. A lot could have happened in this timeline. Nintendo calls Hyrule's rebirth. As interesting as this is, it's just not the same Hyrule we have all grown to love over the years. It's an entirely new land, with an entirely new history. No familiar landmarks, no familiar temples, nothing. So personally, I wouldn't like to see a return here, unless it could be reconned some way. So Link traveled through time, or a dimension, as he always does, and found a parallel Hyrule. It's not my favorite theory for the placement of the game, but it is one of the more popular ones, so I thought I should mention it. Number 3. Finally, probably the most controversial theory. The Legend of Zelda for Wii U will take place in an entirely new timeline. This would allow Nintendo complete freedom while developing the game. They could pull their favorite aspects from other games and combine them all to make the base for Zelda Wii U, and build a completely new game on top of that. This would make sense, as a popular theory circling the internet is that it will be combining the maps from other games, and even seeing the return of a prominent landmark, such as Skull Island and the Great Bridge of Hylia. This would let Nintendo make the game they want, without it conflicting with any of the other games in the timeline. I would love to see this, as it would allow for the perfect Zelda game with infinite possibilities. If you like this video, please subscribe for more. I'll be doing collaborations with other YouTubers in the future and posting videos not only about Zelda, but other popular games as well. Let me know what you'd like to see in future videos, and be sure to check out some of my past videos as well. I have other episodes of Zelda Wii U news and theories focusing on multiplayer, the return of the Happy Mask Salesman, I have original music, top 10 lists, and even covers of my favorite Zelda songs. I try my best to reply to each and every comment, so feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would also like to give a shout out to my friend Pixel Pixie. She's doing a giveaway on her channel, full of all kinds of nerdy goodness, so be sure to check her out as well. And as always, thank you for watching.